It's Sunday morning here in Moab, and we're gonna do a trail I've wanted to come back and do for a while, Moab Rim. Now, the reason why I've wanted to redo this is the first time I did it really wasn't in the right mindset for it, and I made a mistake. I spun the tires too much, and I ended up breaking gears in both my front and rear differential. So it wasn't a good day. It was a very expensive day. We made it home and everything, but I did have to have both gears redone. Now, to be fair, this was back in the 2020s or 2020-ish, and everything was back ordered. I couldn't get the 513s that I wanted. I had to get 588s in, and so that pinion is a lot smaller. It was a lot easier to break, but still, it was human error that caused it. So today is redemption day on Moab Rim. Now, I'm driving Optimus again, and bigger, stronger, better than ever with the Curry 44 and the trussed rear axle, and we're with a group from Trails Off-Road. Should be a fun day. It is a fairly difficult trail. I believe they rate it as a 6-7, so it is definitely on the higher end of difficulty for a lot of the trails around here. This is going to be fun. Let's get rolling. Now, this being a more difficult trail with some big ledges, definitely some tricky obstacles here. One of the keys to this
Ryan, do you want me to wait up here for the turn too?
is taking it slow. Just crawl stuff.
No, if you guys wait at the turn, that would be the best for us.
If you try and rush through this and give it too much gas, that's when you're gonna break stuff. So this trail is definitely about slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room for error on this trail, at least at the beginning, where we're right on this cliff edge, and getting seriously off camber will really seriously test your nerves. Yeah. These lines can be pretty tricky. If you don't get on it just right, you can end up not being able to get out of it. So Ryan is a little too far driver here, and he's stuck in a hole. He's gonna have to winch himself out, and we're only about 3 minutes into this trail. Yeah, he's just way too much of an angle there. Should have been more over to the passenger side. So I'm gonna try a little bit different line. And we will say this many, many times, hopefully not many times today, there is no shame in pulling line. Get yourself through this. Don't damage stuff trying to get through it. We got past the gatekeeper section, and now we've just got a handful of these undulating rocks here, and if you just kind of keep your vehicle centered over the white lines there, you should be in pretty good shape. There's going to be another set of big ledges up ahead, so we're not over it yet by any stretch. And we're seriously just getting started. We're not even a half mile into the trail.
Now we are out here during Easter Jeep Safari 60th anniversary, and this is a brand new badge of honor trail, as I mentioned before. So everybody wants to run this trail this weekend. So we have people in front of us as far as we can see, and we're starting to see a line of people coming up behind us. It could be a very busy day here on the trail. We're doing what we can, but it does mean we have to keep moving at a good pace, which is really not allowing me to film this the way I'd really like to. Unfortunately, at the pace we're going, I've had to not film some of the key obstacles that I wanted to, but stay tuned because I do show them and some other stuff as we head back down later on.
As we work up this straight section right here, almost feels like a break from the harder technical stuff that we had to do just to get up the very, very first section. Slow going, slow and steady, because you start getting any speed and one of these little bumps or dips will rock your world pretty hard. Hey, we're making some progress now. We're heading towards the Overlook. We've got past the worst, basically the worst of the obstacles, I believe, if I remember right. And I didn't break anything, so it's a good day. However, this is an out and back. So everything we did coming up, we've got to turn around and go down. So the day is far from over. The fun has just begun.
Wait, honey, finding one little ring in the middle of all that water is one hell of a heroic task.
Gives me victory. Oh, come, angel band, come.
Well, crap. Something had to go wrong. And the white LJ that you see here would not start when we were at the Overlook. Brand new Hemi swap, and it just wouldn't fire up. We tried everything we could, and we have to tow it back down. Since he is a part of our group, it's time for us to pull together and do everything we can as a team to get him safely back down. So what you're going to see is the front tow vehicle helping it to keep going forward, and there's a rear tow vehicle so that it has some brakes. So this is going to make for a very, very challenging descent down the hill, and in some places quite dangerous.
Just wiggle back and forth in your seat, it'll go.
Just keep it on the driver. Yeah. As much as it'll let you.
Well, so far so good. We're making it down. Still a couple really tricky sections up here. I would not want to be having to deal with this myself. What you doing, Lucas? You having a good time? He's had a lot of trail time today. He's got some other doggies he's been playing with. It's been a good day. But the main thing is that we get off safely. And if we pull that off, it's a good day.
As I said, I would show you some of the obstacles on the way down, and I think this particular one going downhill is more intense than on the way up, because it is a very, very steep climb to get out of this little hole. So I hope you enjoy some wheeling clips here. Made it down Moab Rim. A little busy, a lot of people here because it's a new badge of honor trail, so a lot of people want to do it this year. We've got the tow vehicles down, all that's working out pretty good, and we're gonna go into town, get some drinks and stuff, and go relax. So things don't always go as planned. Some things can go very, very bad and go bad quickly. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Everything's okay. We'll get the vehicle back to his campsite where he can try and get some additional help. On to the next trail. In the meantime, please be safe out there. We'll see you on the trails.